In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in Bangalore. In Bangalore, I'm close to HSR, the startup hub of India's Silicon Valley. Our tenant today is a man who stayed in Mumbai for 25 years and then moved over here. Why did he do that? What does he like about Bangalore? What doesn't he like about Bangalore? Let's meet him.
Hey Vishal.
Hi, Saddam.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Good to see you.
Welcome to my home.
Okay. This looks big.
Yeah, I've seen your show. I've also stayed in Bombay for like 20-25 years, right? So this is, I think, in my opinion, what a house should be in terms of size, right? Because have you seen a kitchen this big in Bombay? So
Okay, this is a very ridiculous size kitchen. It's an open kitchen, but quite handsome size. So what is it that brings Siddhant to Bangalore?
So work primarily, I think. Like I said, right, like I've been in Bombay for a while, and I realized that I wanted to do something growth oriented. I wanted to be part of the tech boom, right? I think tech is in Bangalore, so I came to Bangalore to work. I actually came to Bangalore because I used to work at Meesho, which is one of the e-commerce websites that's trying to penetrate into mass market India. But yeah, I think just the appeal of working in growth startups and trying to be in a fast-paced environment is what primarily got me to Bangalore. So yeah.
Was it easy to leave Mumbai for Bangalore? People say once you stay in Mumbai, you can't stay anywhere else.
No, so I think Bombay people might hate me because I do prefer Bangalore. I think I got a little tired. I mean, you're from Bombay, so you know how noisy it is, how polluted it is, and I just like the fact that I can breathe over here. Right? Like it's just that much easier. And obviously, it's a cliche, but the weather is. I mean, you've seen it now, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So weather plays a very big role in your decision to be in Bangalore.
Weather, and also Bangalore is a younger city, right? So there are a lot more opportunities to do things. Like there are a lot more pubs, there are a lot more cafes, there are a lot more places to go out, and a large majority of my social group, like my friends, etc., like they're all MBA grads, and this is where MBA grads come to work. So there's a huge setting over here of people my age that are just living on their own. So it's a lot more fun.
So why this locality? Means I'll basically come to the apartment later, but why this locality?
So this locality, right? So, okay, the downside of Bangalore is yes, when it rains, public transport is ruined. So I think it's very important that you stay relatively close to where you work, right? Because I think it's important to make sure that you're within a decent radius of where you work, because if it rains, then there's no other option, right? So you have to plan for that.
Why this project? When I was driving over here, lots of houses I see. Not many buildings actually, to be honest. I see a lot of houses, but not buildings. Why this society? Why this project?
So that's everyone has their preferences. Like I said, I stayed at Indranagar before this, where you had a lot of amenities around you. Like there were a lot of cult offices, there were a lot of pools, there were a lot of things around you that you could go to, right? Given that I've come here because my work is here now, I was adamant that A, I wanted my amenities to be in the society that I'm at, and B, I wanted a spacious apartment, right? And that's two things that I found over here specifically. The third thing, obviously, being in Bangalore, you want to try and find a fully furnished apartment because there is no way to rent furniture right now because everything is out of stock.
Since you said big apartment, I'm from Bombay, so my expectations are very low. How big is this apartment?
I think it's around.
This kitchen is probably one of the most ridiculously sized kitchens I've seen. It's open, and this living room looks huge. So, what's the overall size of this?
It's around 1900 square feet, I think. I've actually stayed in bigger places here, but I have to say the locality, I mean, the way in which the apartment is done makes it look a lot more spacious than it actually is. For example, like this doubles up as a bar, or it doubles up as we do record some content over here ourselves, so we do it over here. So yeah.
Do you cook yourself?
I do, which is why I think this is beneficial for me because I do tend to make breakfast for my flatmates as well, so it's very easy. I just cook over there and I serve over here. So it's primarily these two sit over here and they eat my food.
what part of this apartment does Siddhant use the most?
This is my room. It's the middle-sized room. So there are three bedrooms over here. One has an attached balcony. One has an attached bathroom. So this is my room. I do spend a lot of time here because I do work from home most of the time. So I have a setup over there wherein it's just easy to work. Actually, it's this as well as I've built like a small little reading nook in the hall, which I can take you to. So I just like to sit there and read and do whatever it is. So.
Okay, this is a good sized bedroom.
Yeah.
And well, bathroom doesn't look too bad either.
Yeah.
So tell me, Siddhant, for someone like you who made the shift from Mumbai to Bangalore, how critical was the factor that in today's worldview, the perception is that Bangalore offers more bang for the buck from a quality of life perspective?
So, quality of life for me in Bangalore is an add-on. It's definitely there, but it's not the main driver for why I came to Bangalore personally. For me, the biggest driver was the potential to earn more. That obviously comes from my own background. So, just to give you a little context, my father passed away when I was very small, and my mother has not had the best health. So she actually had a brain tumor surgery when I was 10 years old. So I've been the provider in the family for a while. So just being able to make sure that I earn more money is not always just been a personal endeavor of mine. It's something that I need to make sure happens. But apart from that, yes, Bangalore has a lot of other, when I first came here, cost consciousness was a huge factor because rents were cheap. For example, I used to stay in a 3,500 square foot apartment where my bedroom was only 12,000 bucks. But that same apartment now, my room would be 30,000 bucks because in a year and a half, rents have gone up by 100% or so because startups have opened up, people have come back to work, so that demand is huge, there's not enough supply, so rents have just skyrocketed.
So rents have almost doubled in Bangalore.
Rents have almost doubled, yeah.
So you said this part gets used quite a bit.
Yeah, because I do like to game. I have my own, everyone needs something to unwind, right? So I sit here and I play. My PlayStation's there, my reading corner's there. There's a nice view over there.
And that's the part you mentioned, the balcony. That gets used quite a lot.
Yeah,
this seems to be a reasonably honorable sized balcony.
This is actually a decent balcony, yes, but the actual balcony that most of us use is attached to the master bedroom. I'll give you all a look at that in a bit. That's actually twice this size, and we've set up like a nice little reading area over there as well. So,
okay, so this is the smaller of the two balconies.
Yes.
So tell me, in Bangalore, is there a house that doesn't offer balcony, or I'm extremely keen to see the other balcony that you have.
Yeah.
If you're saying this one is a smaller one, okay, and that dining table gets used quite a lot with you and your two roommates?
Yes, so the dining table, so I am a bit of a stickler because my mother is always enforced ki food has to be had at the dining table, so I make sure that my flatmates also eat over there. It also doubles up as a bit of a, like if you want to play cards, if you want to do anything else, and it's nice because we've actually installed lights that sort of directly overlook the table. So just to set the mood when we're playing or when we're trying to make some good food, etc. So,
how easy is it to live with roommates? Is that a sort of a requirement you had that you wanted roommate for company?
So I think for me, it's something that I've always wanted to do. I think I function a lot better living with people, especially people I know, right? So again, my flatmates are my batchmates from my MBA time. So it's just easier living with people you know because you can get along, you can do things together, and it's just easier to know that okay, there's somebody else in the house, right? You don't need to always talk to them. It's not like we spend all the time together, but just knowing that the option is there it's a lot more convenient.
Okay, and that thing I presume is the roommate is the room for one of your flatmates.
Yes,
correct?
yes. So this is the middle room, which doesn't have the attached bathroom, but the bathroom here sort of doubles up as the bathroom for this room.
So this you said is a middle-sized bedroom.
No, this is the smallest bedroom. Yeah, that's the middle one.
This is the smallest sized bedroom. Okay.
Yeah, it's the smallest one here, but in Bombay this would be the size of my master bedroom, to be honest. So. Yeah.
So okay, so basically for all the people from Mumbai watching, they should know that this is the gap between the Bangalore-sized rooms versus Mumbai.
And I think this is a small bedroom and it's big, right? But you should take a look at the master bedroom because I think it's twice this size. Okay. And it has a really big balcony also attached to it.
Okay. Okay. This is handsome. This is the equivalent maybe of a 1 BHK in Bombay.
Yeah.
So this is what makes your, well, spacious 3-bedroom apartment of Bangalore. Okay. Besides this, you said one of the things that worked for you were the amenities. What sort of amenities are there in this?
No, so the amenities here are apps. I mean, I have stayed in multiple properties in Bombay, and I've never really been a part of a property that's had so many amenities, right? So over here there's a pool, there's a gym, there's a golf simulator that I really want to try, but I haven't tried yet. There's a library, there's a reading area, there's a jacuzzi, a sauna, a steam room, everything else, right? So essentially, it's the perfect place to unwind because you just come home and everything is there, right? So that really tipped the scales for me to choose this place over some other place.
Okay, because based on some of the reviews I read is that Bangalore doesn't quite yet have that culture of Mumbai of having a lot of large gated communities.
Correct.
This one is, I think, one of those exceptions where they have some 60-70% open space.
Yes, and that's also because a lot of people are moving in now, right? Like people have started coming into Bangalore, and Bangalore historically has only had like small houses, independent houses. So you need to create this space. So it will only go up.
So for all of this, how much rent are you paying?
So the all three of us pay 85K for everything. So that's split pretty equally, 28K per person. I would also say that it's indicative of Bangalore rents going up because last year the same place would have been around 50K, right? So, but still, there's a huge gap between saying how much rent you can pay in Bangalore versus Bombay. So, yeah.
So tell me, what are the negatives of being in Bangalore or being over here? Just when I told people I'm coming to Bangalore, everybody warned me, Vishal, traffic. Is traffic that bad as people make it out to be?
I mean, see, I've grown up in Bombay. The same way, I mean, you'll know, right? If the Western Express Highway is clogged, it's clogged. You can't move. If SV Road is clogged, you can't move, right? It's the same thing in Bangalore. You have one or two roads that if they're clogged, you're stuck, right? But apart from that, it's not that bad because just like Bombay, you can get through places by going through in-roads. Yeah, I mean, in Bangalore, you can get through places by going through in-roads.
So overall, when you do the entire SWOT analysis of Mumbai versus Bangalore,
yeah,
at an all-in level, how much more expensive is Mumbai versus Bangalore according to you?
So I think all in, Mumbai will be around maybe 30 to 40% more expensive to live in. Rent is obviously a huge factor, right? But I think where Bangalore sort of has issues still is transport is a problem. It is expensive. Public transport is not as well defined as Bombay, obviously, right? Because you have your railways, you have your BSTs, you have rickshaws that go by meter, right? In Bangalore, meter is not a concept. They can charge whatever they want to charge. So I think in general, things like that, as well as say, it's also more expensive to get cooking, cleaning, and all these things done over here, right? Because there's so much more labor to be had in Bombay. I think those things sort of balance it out. And also, I mean, how do I put this, right? But like Bombay has a lot of malls, okay? So if I have to go and watch a theater in Bombay, it's a lot less expensive than it is here because here ticket prices are like 750, 800 bucks, right? Because there aren't those many multiplexes.
How about the metro over here? I saw the metro station from your balcony. Does that change the rules of the game for people?
Again, right, because Bangalore is a big city. So I think there'll be like 5 or 6 different metro lines over here, right? As opposed to Bombay, where it's still a straight line, right? So you can have as many metro stations as you want, but it's not going to be as like crisscrossing as you'd expect Bangalore to be. So I think that way a metro line in Bombay would still be a lot more effective in general for anybody living in Bombay. In Bangalore, you'll have to plan it accordingly. Say that, hey, I want to stay at the yellow line because I want to travel from Kudlu to Hosur, right? But if I have to get from Hosur to any other locality, I'll have to jump a bunch of metro lines, right? So that way, it's never going to be as efficient as Bombay.
You've had a interesting journey. Had to grow up a lot sooner than most other youngsters because of the family issues. What next for you?
So I think Bangalore is still a part of my journey. I think at the end of the day, Bombay is where home is. I would want to eventually, if at all, probably settle down in Bombay. But Bangalore still has a lot more to offer for me. I do see myself being here for the next 2 years at least. Like I want to work in more diverse startups that I won't get in Bombay. Plus, I think I'm used to just the weather here, right? So I want to take as much of it as possible before I eventually go back to Bombay. So yeah.
Okay. So Bangalore is your current home But it's temporary. You want Bombay to be
Eventually,
a
yes.
permanent place.
Yeah, because I'm a Bombay boy at heart, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, Siddhant, nice to meet you.
Thank you
All
so
the very
much for
best for
coming.
coming on the Tenant.
Yeah.
And good luck for wherever you're in Bangalore or Mumbai.
Thank you. Thank you.
Time for the report card. This is a spacious 3-bedroom apartment. I reckon close to about 1300 square feet carpet area. Building, one of the few projects that has amenities in this vicinity. Location, this location is close to 2 key economic hubs, HSR as well as Electronic City. Connectivity, the metro is likely to start soon, but road connectivity to Hosur Road, important street, is close by. So all in all, if you're a person or family that has his workplace in HSR or in Electronic City, wants a gated community offering at a reasonable budget, this is sort of project and location that can be considered.